Ho o sono? Avere o essere? Niccolò ha 30 anni o Niccolò è 30 anni? Bella domanda. Good question. Many learners of Italian struggle when they have to decide which verb to use, essere or avere. Stay tuned and you'll find the solution to this and many other mysteries. Ciao, sono Anna e questo è My Italian Circle. Today's video is based on an article by Nicco, a professional Italian teacher. You can read his original article on the blog Daily Italian Words, another incredible resource for learning Italian. Honestly, we love them. Go to their websites and social accounts and enjoy their excellent material. You'll find all the links in the description below. Iniziamo!
Essere and avere in everyday Italian.
Essere, to be, and avere, to have, are extremely common in everyday conversation. You need them all the time to express basic and important information. When introducing yourself in Italian, you can use the verb essere to state your name, occupation, and nationality. Sono Anna. I'm Anna. Sono Nicco. I'm Nicco. Sono Heather. I'm Heather. Sono insegnante. I'm a teacher. Paolo è ingegnere. Paolo is an engineer. Sandra è cuoca. Sandra is a cook. However, there is another option. You can use the verb fare, to do. Io faccio l'insegnante. Paolo fa l'ingegnere. Sandra fa la cuoca. In this case, remember to use the definite article. L'insegnante, l'ingegnere, la cuoca. When you want to state your nationality, use essere, to be. Sono svizzero, I'm Swiss. Sono inglese, I'm English. Sono francese, I'm French. This is just like English. The verb to be is translated as essere. But when it comes to saying your age, if you really have to, things change. You need to use avere. Ho 45 anni. I'm 45 years old. I'm lying. I mean about my age. Can you guess my age? Don't. Anyway, ho 45 anni literally means I have 45 years. So here's an important difference between English and Italian. As the conversation goes on, you might want to ask, how are you? Which in Italian is always considered a real question and not just a form of greeting. In this case, we need yet another verb, stare, literally to stay. Come stai? How are you? Sto bene, grazie. I'm fine, thanks.
Ho fame e sono felice.
Let's talk about feelings. Parliamo di emozioni e sentimenti. You can of course express your emotions and feelings with the verb essere. Sono felice, I'm happy. Sono triste, I'm sad. Sono stanco, I'm tired. Sono arrabbiato, I'm angry. However, there is a different way of expressing some important physical needs which call for the verb avere. Ho fame, I'm hungry. Ho sete, I'm thirsty. Ho sonno, I'm sleepy. Ho fretta, I'm in a hurry. Let's put all this into practice and listen to a dialogue. Sandra e Viola are at the cinema, but something is wrong. Pay attention to the verbs essere and avere. Quando finisce il film?
Che problema c'è?
Questo film è noioso e ho fame.
Impossibile, abbiamo appena mangiato.
Ho fame e ho anche freddo.
Basta, Viola, sono stanca. Guarda il film.
Hai dell'acqua? Ho sete.
Non ha senso.
If something isn't clear or doesn't seem right, you can say non ha senso. It doesn't make sense. In this case, you can translate make with fare, which is funny because very often the opposite is true, as in fare la doccia, to have a shower, fare colazione, to have breakfast, and so on. The expression fare senso does exist, but it has a completely different meaning. Fare senso means to be disgusting. Questo formaggio con i vermi mi fa senso. Literally, this cheese with worms is disgusting to me.
Ho voglia di...
Ambrogio,
Signore,
avverto un leggero languorino.
ci fermiamo per prendere qualcosa.
Non saprei che cosa, Ambrogio. La mia non è proprio fame, è più voglia di qualcosa di buono.
Ho voglia di qualcosa di buono.
Vuoi un cioccolatino? Delle patatine?
Un cioccolatino.
Un bicchiere di Valpolicella?
Meglio. Avere voglia di is a very common way of expressing the desire to do or experience something. The intensity of the desire depends on the context and on the tone of your voice.
Hai voglia di andare al cinema?
No, non ne ho voglia, sono stanca.
Hai voglia di andare a cena fuori?
Sì, perché no? Ho voglia di uscire.
Avercela e esserci.
Avercela and esserci are so-called verbi pronominali because one or more pronouns are added to their original form, changing their original meaning. Let's see how avercela and esserci are formed. Avercela. Avere plus ci plus la. Esserci. Essere plus ci. Avercela and esserci don't simply mean to have and to be, they take on new meanings. Avercela con qualcuno means to be upset with someone or mad at someone. Esserci means to be there because ci means this or that place. So we use it a lot to say there is, c'è, a contraction of ci è, and there are, ci sono. These verbs may seem difficult to conjugate, but in fact, all you need to do is put the pronouns in front of the verb. So, esserci. Io ci sono. Tu ci sei. Lui c'è. Noi ci siamo. Voi ci siete. Loro ci sono. Pretty easy. Avercela con qualcuno. Io ce l'ho. Tu ce l'hai. Lui or lei ce l'ha. Noi ce l'abbiamo. Voi ce l'avete. Loro ce l'hanno. Don't forget to say who you're angry with using the preposition con. Io ce l'ho con Paolo. I'm angry with Paolo. Tu ce l'hai con Marco. You're angry with Marco, and so on.
Essere and avere in compound tenses.
Another notable difference between English and Italian is the way the two languages form compound tenses, like, for example, the English present perfect or past perfect and the Italian passato prossimo. Tenses that are formed by two words rather than one. English forms these tenses with to have. I have seen, I have written, whereas in Italian we can use avere or essere. How to choose the correct one? It is quite complicated, so I have to ask you to watch our specific lesson on this topic. You can find it here.
The impersonal form.
Impersonal forms are used to express actions in general without referring to a specific subject. They usually take essere in the third person singular. È possibile riprogrammare la lezione? È necessario scaricare l'app? È bene ripeterlo. È consigliato mangiare verdure. Whether verbs are slightly different, they can take essere or avere. Ha piovuto molto, it rained a lot, or è piovuto molto. Both are correct.
The passive voice.
Let's finish our journey by talking about the passive voice. For example, the book has been read by many people. Very important. In Italian, the passive voice is never formed with avere, but always with essere, and sometimes venire. La carota è mangiata dal coniglio, or la carota viene mangiata dal coniglio. La riunione è stata rinviata. Noi siamo stati visti. So, never avere, always essere. Easy. Now, do you feel a little more comfortable with the differences between avere and essere in Italian? Let me know in the comments below. There is much more to say on this topic, so don't forget to read the full article by Nico. And if you want to show us some love, subscribe to this channel or consider becoming a patron. You won't regret it. A presto!